What up YouTube, it's your boy UnReal, and today we are doing a little building in this episode actually. We're gonna actually focus on our area where we're gonna have our chest room. We've got some items that we kind of have an idea for what we kind of want to build it and how we want to build it, but everything can always change, you never know. Every time I build, it starts out one way and I could potentially just flip it completely another way. You just never know. But first we need to actually go find some slime balls to actually help with part of the build. So we're gonna venture out here in a second and actually try to go find some swamp biome, so that way we can get some good old slime balls. We did obviously have from our last video, or last couple videos, we were working on trying to get our pick as well as our diamonds and stuff like that. I ended up getting fortune, as you see, and having a fortune 2 pickaxe again, and just, you know, getting that somewhat god pick back just to be able to get some of those items, which really helped. But let's take a venture out and see what's going on. Here's the trader hall. We actually messed with it a little bit the other day off camera, and actually got some of the villagers in actual spots and stuff like that. Honestly, I literally cut and chopped some of this video right here because literally trying to find a swamp biome was the worst situation ever, and it literally, I spent 45 minutes just running around trying to find a swamp biome, and at some point I just decided to give up. It was just not even worth it. So all of a sudden, snap, back to reality. We are going to be back in our base. Just decided it wasn't even worth it. I'm going to try to figure it out and try to find the slime balls outside of doing a video, and really try to help this build become a little bit better with those slime balls and making some sticky pistons actually for some doors. That was the main reason. I love getting sticky pistons and then making redstone doors and stuff like that. Especially in this build with having 4 different walls. Usually for a chest room, I like having some other rooms and kind of separating all of my items separately into their areas, whether it be wood, whether it be just stone and brick and stuff like that, or nether, and just separating it out so it's easier to find, stuff like that. But also the idea I have with this build is something that a lot of people have done. It's not anything new, but basically what I'm starting out with is building the floor, because obviously the floor is going to set up everything, and then from there I've even had, while even editing this video, some ideas of kind of what I potentially want to do, or what I could do to make it a little bit different, more unique, versus just throwing in the same old of what every Minecraft YouTuber does, you know, when they do a split kind of biome area and stuff like that for their chest rooms. So I'm really just building out the floor, using some nether brick to actually make this kind of fit a little bit better. I do like it, and with this texture pack, I think a lot of the stone bricks and other brick material and stuff like that, it just looks so much better. Now, not everybody's gonna enjoy everything that I use or everything within this texture pack and stuff like that and how it looks, but you know, I've actually really enjoyed it. It's given it a change of pace from obviously the vanilla, just regular Minecraft look, but also just some of the other ones that I've used in the past. Obviously you can get some of those realism ones for texture packs, and it can make things look great, but overall sometimes it's just nice to have something different, and I've really enjoyed this texture pack so far. Basically what we're going to be doing though is laying out the floor, separating it into different chunks. These pathways I'm basically laying down are what's going to lead to each different section. Obviously I'm still going to have, I think what I'm going to do is some chest rooms, or some chests within like each section before getting to the doors and then going into the actual bigger chest room. I might not though. So, and I'll talk about it a little bit later, but I have some ideas for potentially doing that. So it might be a little bit different, but I know people have done it before. It's just whether or not, this is going to be unique in other ways. But it is unique to me because I don't think I've actually truly done something like this. In one of my last worlds that I've been a part of, it was actually a community world, TST, back, a couple of years ago now, probably already. I love when I do a chest room, whether it's one singular style and environment, making it so that way it flows and just kind of is almost like a experience in a new world in itself. So, I ended up doing it more wood, making some cool outside wall paneling and stuff like that with wood, and then actually spending the time with Silk Touch to get all the leaf blocks from trees and stuff like that, and actually layering it on the ceiling in a way where obviously you still had ways of lighting it and stuff like that, but to allow it to have that almost like tree effect, like as if you were in a tree or anything like that. And I loved it. I mean, it's something that took a long time and, whatnot, but sometimes the more time you spend doing builds, the more exciting it gets to finish. You just never know. Obviously, you could get to the end and absolutely hate it and be like, wow, I spent all this time to literally build something that it's not that much that I hate, but just wasn't as expected. I mean, I've had times in the past where I've tried to build a tree house, and it's like you're trying to make like almost like a life size like tree, not even just like Minecraft life size, but like actual life size. And one, it becomes very, very a long process to do just because obviously it's a tree. You're trying to do an actual tree. But laying it out and trying to make it look good, and it's like you start getting to a certain point, you're just like, man, this is way more work than I bargained for. But I also put this into my head and decided to actually go for it. So it's kind of my fault, obviously, in the end anyways. But yeah, we started laying down some of the nether stuff. We're doing nether area. We're doing kind of like a wood area. And then we're going to end up doing more like a stone brick area and stuff like that, at least for the floors and how everything's built in this main area that separates out. I don't know what the fourth area, how I want to build it yet. I might just do something water, but I usually like to try to have it, like I said earlier, something that is obviously like connected to what's going to be in that area. Because obviously, like I'm laying down the wood and stuff like that, this area is going to lead to an area where all the wood, different types, different materials and stuff like that, that you can have within like any wood. That's my goal, is to literally just have it all in that area, have it separated out, labeled out, make it easy to find. And sure, you could have build a automated, chest room and stuff like that, and I've never done it, and it's never going to happen because that is way too much work. But I like at least separating things out and making it so it's more unique and interesting, and at least organized, because the way I have it right now is not the most organized, but hey, sometimes you got to start out unorganized to get organized. You got to get the items you need to be able to progress to be organized. So that's kind of the goal, was to at least start up this room and get everything going. I'm laying the stone brick now. To me, it looks like I don't mind stone brick even in vanilla Minecraft, but with a texture pack, I do like this one as well because it's a little rugged, kind of gives a cool little vibe and stuff like that. But basically, what this room is going to be, and kind of the idea I've come now to, is I might even separate these sections like I have and actually build walls up, and actually from the ceilings and the side build it so it's actually like immerses you into like the nether, into a wooded area with like leaves up top or branches coming out or whatever. Rock, with the stone brick and stuff like that. Maybe throwing some different textures and stuff like that, like as if you're going into a cave, stuff like that, just to immerse in. And then once you get into the room, it's going to be either that same style, or it's going to be in some way connected. But that way, it's like you're almost going into a new world in each section to just go get your items. but it makes it more interesting and fun to kind of look out for and stuff like that. It allows you to not have the dull, boring chest room and stuff like that, which there's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, I do it all the time, but sometimes having a little bit of fun with it, so that way you're not just having the normal build, kind of changes things up, makes things a little bit more interesting. But mainly, like I was talking with earlier, I do want to have some sticky pistons, and where these will lead to is the doors, so that way you're running in and you'll just hit the pressure plates and they'll open up. It makes it a little bit more interesting, more fun, and I do like messing with redstone to an extent. I'm no genius with it. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys, and if you liked the video, thumbs it up. If you liked the content that I'm putting out, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.
A head rush to clear my phone. You're everything that I need, everything that I miss. I'll keep you close.